Right, so welcome back to a new type of video. I'm going to be ranking all of the NFL teams. So first off is the Chicago Bears. Last season they went 8-8, and with Justin Fields, who I'm pretty sure is their QB2, I think they'll still be decent for this season. And then the Buccaneers, it's Tom Brady's second year there. They just won the Super Bowl. I think they're going to be an elite team. The Falcons, they weren't good even when they had Julio, and their defense is bad, so they are trash. The Cleveland Browns, so their offense is like a top offense, and I love the additions that they made on defense, so it's kind of a toss-up between good and elite. It really depends on how the defensive rookies do. But I think with OBJ back, I think that they can be elite. The Seahawks, so on the offense they have Russell Wilson, Tyler Lockett, DK Metcalf, Chris Carson, but Russell Wilson doesn't really like it there. And Russell Wilson is mainly just the best in like the first 5 to 6 weeks. I think they'll be a good team this year. There's not really even a debate for the Lions. The Dallas Cowboys. I think with Dak coming back and that, just mainly Dak coming back, that they can be a good team, but for now I think they'll just be decent. Washington football team. Washington football team has a top defense, and Antonio Gibson's just going to get better. Terry McLaurin might get better, and they have a better quarterback now. I think they're going to be a good team. Cardinals, so I like the addition of J.J. Watt. Kyler Murray's just going to get better with DeAndre Hopkins. Not really liking their running back situation, but I still think they'll be a pretty good team. The Eagles, once again, really isn't a debate. I like Jalen Hurts, but that's about it. The Dolphins, it really just depends on how Tua does. It just depends on if you believe in him or not. I don't think he'll do that good this year, so I'm going to put them in decent. Patriots. Cam Newton is going to have a better year this year because the Patriots got better tight ends, so because Cam can't throw as far anymore. And if Mac Jones is able to, start at some point during the season and be pretty good, I think they have the potential to be a good team. But I'm not sure if they're quite there yet. I'll have them in decent. The Jaguars, once again, Trevor Lawrence won't make much of a difference, and they're just a bad team. The Vikings. They had a lot of injuries last season, and they made some big additions. I think they will be a good team. The Steelers. They don't have that good of a running game at all. Ben Roethlisberger is just getting older. He's 38 or 39. And I think I'll just have them around decent. The Green Bay Packers. This one is hard because I don't know if Aaron Rodgers is going to stay, and I'm going to go based off of if he does. They'd probably be around elite or good. It's kind of on the fence, but they never like make it to the Super Bowl, and they're just always in the NFC Championship game. So I think I'll have them like the closest to elite, maybe. I'm not really sure about that one though. So the Raiders, I'm pretty sure they went 8-8 last year. I'm not a fan of the Alex Leatherwood selection. So last season they were decent. I think they're not going to be as good. I think they'll be like an okay team this year, but nothing special. The Buffalo Bills. So their passing game is very good. Their defense is good. They just need to be able to run the ball better. I'll have them. They are a good team, but they just need to be able to run the ball better to be a better team. The Ravens, pretty much the opposite of the Bills. They need a better passing game to be able to make it to the next level. They are also a good team. The Saints. So they pretty much have the same roster, just without Drew Brees. And I don't think they're going to do good because it seems like they're rolling with Taysom Hill. They'll still be a good team, just like the lower end of good. The Titans. I like the addition of Julio. That's going to be a very good offense that's hard to stop. I just don't like that defense at all. That defense is not good enough, in my opinion, that they won't be a contender. Or that... Well, they might be a contender, I just don't think they will because of how bad that defense is. They're still a good team just because of the offense. The Giants, their defense is okay. It's quite underrated, actually. Saquon is coming back, so that's good for them. They got Kenny Golladay. I just don't like that Daniel Jones is their quarterback. I don't believe in Daniel Jones at all, so I think they're like a meh team. For the Colts, it really just depends on how Carson Wentz plays. They have a great O-line, a good running back core. Their wide receivers could be better, and their defense is really good. So, I don't know if Carson Wentz will have that good of a season because of the wide receivers not being all that good. So, I think they're going to be a good team like they were last year. Broncos. Okay, I like the Broncos defense. Their running back core is pretty good. Their wide receivers, they have Jerry Jeudy. I just don't like Drew Lock. I think they'll be like a meh or decent team. I really don't know all that much about what they did this offseason, except for drafting Patrick Surtain. I think they'll still be a meh team. I don't... Like, Drew Lock just isn't good. The Jets, they're still going to be a bad team. It's like Zach Wilson is going to have the same downfall as Sam Darnold. Like, Sam Darnold... I don't think Sam Darnold was bad. I don't think that was his fault. Because the Jets is just bad. And I think Zach Wilson won't have a good season at all. For the same reason Sam Darnold wasn't good there. Chargers. I think the Chargers will win about 10 games. And they might make the playoffs. I don't know. They're going to be at, like, the end of good teams. The Chiefs, they have a very good roster, so I think and they were in the Super Bowl 2 years in a row. One of them was a win, so they're in the elite category. The Bengals, well, it doesn't help them that Joe Burrow and Joe Mixon will both get injured because their O-line isn't good. They should have drafted Penei Sewell instead of Jamar Chase, and I think they're just going to be a meh team because they won't have the protection that they need. The Texans, there's not really much to talk about with them except for Deshaun Watson, who might not even play. The 49ers, they're a really good team. I just don't know how good they'll be because of, like, their whole team was injured last season. I think they will be a good team. I just don't know because of how many injuries they had, you know. The Rams, they have a good wide receiving core that's underrated. Matthew Stafford is he's gonna be an MVP candidate. Cam Akers will get better. Their defense is very good, so I think they're also an elite team. And then the last team is the Panthers. I believe in Sam Darnold. And they also have Robbie Anderson and DJ Moore. And Christian McCaffrey's coming back from injury. I don't know much about their defense, but I think they can be a decent team this year. And that is my NFL team rankings for the 2021 NFL season.